Before we dive into the coursework, I think it's really important for me to identify a challenge inherent to providing this sort of a class and how I've approached that challenge. The challenge with providing this sort of a masterclass that I've spent a lot of time pondering is that the selection process varies greatly from district to district, state to state, and country to country. And there's nothing that I can do to change that. So my approach was to research the most common processes used. I've done so, and that research allowed me to generate strategies that will serve you well regardless of the process that you go through. I promise you two things. One, the selection process for your dream job will be different from the one that I specifically prepare you for. And two, by trusting the process outlined in this course, leaning into the work, and committing yourself to practicing and reaching out for help when needed, you will be ready for whatever process you are taken through. Have confidence, do the hard work, believe in yourself, and you will be ready. So let's take a look at the most common steps in the process. The most common process for assistant principal, principal, and other entry-level administrator positions is as follows. First, the school or school district posts the vacancy along with a statement indicating an overview of the school or district, what they're looking for in a successful candidate, the minimum requirements to be considered for the position, the required documents that must be submitted in order to have a completed application, and the deadline for submission of the completed application. Second step is that the application window closes. The third step is that someone from the school or the district completes a paper screening process to narrow down the field to those candidates who will be interviewed. Fourth step, candidates are invited to the first round interviews. The fifth step, first round interviews are conducted. These interviews are typically about 30 minutes in length, and in those interviews, candidates are asked approximately 10 questions. Candidates typically have a chance to ask a question and/or make a final statement at the end of the interview. The sixth step is that one or two of the candidates are invited back for a final interview. The seventh step, it's a sad one, unsuccessful candidates are informed that they were not selected for the position. Step 8, the final interview occurs in a less formal but often more stressful format. Step 9, reference checking concludes. Step 10, the school or district makes this final selection of their new leader. And we're going to do everything that we can to ensure that that is you. How's that sound? How does it feel? However it sounds and feels, we're going to work through the process and ensure that by the time you get through it, you are confident, ready, and believe in yourself even more than you do right now.